And who said the offseason isn't fun? The electronic strike zone system, it's a story that seems to have no end, as MLB is apparently going with the ABS system for the minor leagues in 2020. Which league, where, when, we don't know because no one says anything. But the rumor has it that the Florida State League, which is Class A advanced, might be the candidate to receive it. And the reason is they share facilities with MLB Spring, so it's easier logistically. Makes sense. But here's what doesn't make sense. Rob Manfred in 2017, and I looked at this video, and I saw that it only had 137 at the time I watched it views. 137. And it's been up for 2 years, and it's Manfred saying why electronic balls and strikes will not work in baseball. And it's specifically in response to a question about Hawkeye from tennis. And Manfred said, Hawkeye does not work for baseball calling balls and strikes. Now, baseball back in 2017, StatCast, they had TrackMan as a third-party vendor. Well, TrackMan's out in 2019, and in comes Hawkeye, the very system that Rob Manfred said will not work for calling electronic balls and strikes. So we're going to watch this video where he says we can't use TrackMan, and then after the break, we'll try to quantify it with MLB trying to say, okay, we can use TrackMan. So take a listen and see what you think.
I don't own a baseball team, and I got a baseball question.
Okay.
Wimbledon was just played this last weekend, and we saw men's players serving serves at up to 130 miles an hour. Nobody pitches that fast, right?
No.
They were able to use technology to determine whether that ball was in or out by as little as an eighth of an inch. So why do we have umpires behind the calling strikes and balls?
Well, I asked you that too the other day. First of all, let me say, our umpires are really, really good at calling balls and strikes. They are. Trust me on this. Let me say something about the tennis technology, and then I'll say why it's more difficult in baseball. You should always think about a technology where what they show you as part of the replay is a simulation as opposed to the actual stop frame. So think about that when you're watching tennis and see what conclusion you come to. Our strike zone is not a single line on a fixed court, right? It's a plate. It's three-dimensional. The ball passes through the strike zone at different points. We do have a system that we use in broadcasts that measures balls and strikes. In all candor, that technology has a larger margin of error than we see with human umpires. Someday, I think it will be up to the task of calling balls and strikes, but I actually believe that at that point you have to ask yourself a question as to whether you want to take that human element out of the game and replace it with a machine.
So there you have it. Rob Manfred says, yeah, but here we are. Joe Torre continues to say, we're not doing it. I don't see it. I don't want it. Manfred is now saying, the time is now. But is it? We've tracked this through the Atlantic League. We've tracked this through the Arizona Fall League. Speaking of which, great timing, Baseball America. They put out an article with some quotes from players. You're no longer under MLB's filter. Tell us what you really think about the automated ball strike system in the Arizona Fall League. And here's what they said. Succinctly, they don't like it. They don't want it. Keep it away. So naturally, let's put it in the minor leagues, right? Angels outfielder Brandon Marsh is not a fan. Mariners pitcher, a pitcher, said whether it benefits me or not. This is Penn Murphy said, I'm just coming at it from a baseball purist standpoint. Umpires back there, they have a job for reasons to manage calling of the game. Why take out one of the biggest pieces of that? Philosophical. But back to science, Rays outfielder Josh Lowe. I think the weirdest part is just the pause from the pitch hitting the catcher's glove and then the umpire calling it a strike. And we did a video on this, related video time. We have a video compilation of this problem. I think I'd rather deal with a human error than a computer error. It's still really tough to get this zone, the computer zone, adjusted to everything. Mariners pitcher back to a pitcher, Raymond Kerr. I don't like that. It takes away the catcher's ability to frame, and umpires are delayed on calls. I just think it slows down the game a little bit. And isn't Manfred the guy who always talks about pace of play and how important that is? What is this going to do to pace of play? And Frank Viola, who was ejected twice for arguing with the computer's ball strike call, brought this up in a podcast interview that or it was just a normal interview he did during the Atlantic League season, in which he said, yeah, we had two, he was talking about a weekend series. Yeah, we had 2 games with TrackMan, and we had 1 game without. The 2 games with were over 3 hours. The 1 game without was under 2.5 hours or something like that. Pace of play, it's a real thing. So if you're concerned about pace of play, then again, remember, we have to make the games faster while still increasing offense and allowing the computer the time to get these calls right, because pace of play, magic. In any case, we'll have much more discussion on this in the future. Visit us at closecallsports.com, like this video, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Umpire Ejections. We'll see you next time at Close Call Sports.